Yo, what's going on? I want to go over something. I want to go over how to start your fitness journey. I think it's a very important topic that you want to really do the right way, because people kind of just do it. They just start, but they don't really think about these ideas or these steps in order for them to actually stay consistent, get results, and sustain it long term. I think that's a very important key, is to actually sustain your results and actually keep them. Not many people keep them. About 80% of people fail at maintaining their weight loss. So I want to give you some ideas. I want to give you some tips on how to actually start it the right way so you can get the results you're actually looking for. We got the pre-workout going, almond butter and cream of rice with some Truvia, and we got the protein shake. Can't go wrong with these two. But I wanted to go back to the topic of how to start fitness journey. Alright, so the first thing I would suggest doing is understanding your why. Why the heck would you want to do this whole fitness thing? It sounds super cliche, but it's a very important component to actually starting your fitness journey. Not many people go into their fitness journey asking themselves why, right? Because in reality, they see something cool and they see their friends, their homies, they're getting ripped, they're getting shredded, they're getting fit, and they think to themselves, I want to do that, I must just start. In reality, there's a lot of things that go into starting a fitness journey. One, it's going to be hard. You're going against things that you used to do. You're going to say no to a lot of the things that you used to say yes to. You know, there's a lot of trade-offs when it comes to starting your fitness journey. So asking yourself why, it's cliche and it's weird, but it's super important. So that way you can stay consistent. You can always rethink to yourself, why the heck am I eating these types of food? Why the heck am I going into the gym consistently when I'm tired? Why the heck am I saying no to alcohol and saying no to going out to eat with the friends, right? Those are hard things to do. So when you relay it back to why you're doing this, why you're doing what you're doing, it gets you to actually take action and execute on those things that are hard. People always ask me what protein I use. Personally, I use Holmes Nutrition, and I get about 20 pounds of chocolate, cookies, and cream. It's probably the best tasting protein I've ever had, and I just get 20 pounds. It lasts me and my wife about a couple months. So it comes in a full bag. Check this out. Whoa! Oh my gosh! Can't even get it out. Oh my gosh! Oh. Check out the bag though. What if this just all dropped right now? Do you know how mad I'd be? I'd be like, I'd probably cry. Not gonna lie. So now that you know your why, it's important to figure out what your specific goal will be. The reason why you want to know what your specific goal is because you want to create a plan that's around that specific goal. Everyone's goals are different. Everyone's lifestyle is different. So you want to make sure that the goal that you have in mind is realistic for you and it's something that you actually value and care about. All right, now that you know your why, you figure out your goal, now you want to get on that specific plan. That specific plan is going to be super important. Do your research, figure out what you need, who you need. I think hiring a coach is super valuable. You learn a lot, and that accountability is huge, right? Having to report to somebody is super important. I found it super important. When I hire my coach, my brother, it hits different when you have to report to somebody every single week, right? So that's super valuable, and you get there a lot faster because when you're doing it on your own, you're kind of guessing a lot. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's good to make mistakes. It's good to figure out what sticks and what doesn't. But hiring a coach, super important, valuable. And the cool thing about fitness is that it's very broad. You could find somebody that specifically works with whatever you want to do. And the cool thing about that is, you could find a coach that really matches your values, and, just make sure you vibe with them. I think that's a important key. So this is dangerous. This is dangerous. And this is dangerous. So you're probably wondering, why do I have so much cookies and donuts and all these, whatever that is? I am celebrating 4 years of being a parent. Just kidding. We're celebrating Kira's birthday. She's turning 4. Yeah, I personally wouldn't have these foods around me on a daily, just because I know what issues I have when it comes to dieting, and that is snacking on a lot of things. When you snack on things throughout the day, those calories do add up. This goes with knowing your why, knowing your goal, and you want to make sure that everything around you is aligned with that specific goal. My goal is to lean out. That's what I want to do. I want to sustain where I'm currently at. If I had these all day, I'd be snacking on it all day. Calories through the roof. I know me. My willpower, not so great. All right, first workout of the day. We're gonna hit some deadlifts. We're gonna do 2 working sets of these. Our first set is going to be our top set, which is going to be our heaviest load. So we're gonna do about 5 to 9 reps here. And then we're gonna do a second working set, which is going to be our back off set, which means we're gonna take off some load and we're gonna hit around 8 to 12 rep range. All right, we're gonna go with the angled leg press after the deadlifts. The reason why I went with the angled leg press as a second movement is because with the deadlifts, it's really taxing on the body. Your hamstrings are involved, your lower back is involved. With the angled leg press, you're a lot more stable here. Your back is against the pad. You can just focus on output, focus on load. So here we're gonna do 2 working sets, top set being your heaviest load, and we're gonna go about 5 to 10 reps here. And we're gonna do a back off set as our second set, and we're gonna hit about 8 to 15 reps. All right, we're gonna move on to some incline presses. Here we're gonna be targeting the upper chest along with some front delt. So here I like to make sure that I'm up against the pad and my back isn't too arched and my chest isn't too high. I want to make sure that I'm really targeting what I'm trying to target, which is my upper chest and some front delt. So 3 working sets of 10 to 12 reps, that's what we're gonna aim for. We're gonna do some seated flies up next. Here I'm just set up as if I'm gonna do a regular press. The cables are set up where it's aligned with my pecs. I'm gonna slightly raise my rib cage, and when I'm doing the fly, I'm thinking about pressing around rather than bringing my hands together. And as I am pressing around, I'm also thinking about bringing my elbows in together as well. So here we're gonna hit 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps. We're also going to hit some partials to really emphasize that lengthened position. Next up, we got some cable rows. We're gonna aim for our upper back here, so mainly rhomboids and some rear delt. So pay attention to the line of pull. It's super important. Look at the elbows. It's going towards my upper back. So we're gonna hit about 10 to 12 reps here, not going too heavy. So we're gonna do about 3 working sets. We got pull downs next. I want you to pay attention to the line of pull. I'm still aiming for my upper back, and I'm more upright than I would be when I would be focused on my lats. With my lats, if I was to target my lats, I would do rib cage down and I would be back a little bit more, and my elbows would be going towards my lat. But here, if you pay attention to the arm line of pull, it's going towards my upper back. So 3 sets of 10 to 12 here. Don't go too heavy. We're just focusing on blood flow. All right, next up, we're gonna hit some shoulders. We're gonna target the middle delt in the short position, so it's gonna be hardest at the very top. What we want to do is set up the cables properly, and here it's my hands are dropping around my lower pec, and I'm bringing them up as if I'm doing a Y. So here, simple, 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps. Last exercise of the day is going to be cable ladder raises. We're gonna really emphasize the lengthened position of the delt, so it's gonna be hardest at the very bottom, and here, pretty simple. The setup is going to be the pulley at the very bottom, and we're gonna hit 3 working sets of 10 to 12 reps. All right, we're gonna do breakfast right now. I'm gonna show you what I'm having. We got the egg whites, we got the 2 whole eggs, we got the greens, we got the mushrooms, and last but not least, we got some turkey bacon. I would love to have some tomatoes right now, but I ran out of tomatoes. But I love this meal, probably my favorite meal. You got everything in there. To be completely honest with you, I do not cook whatsoever. Alright, so you and I are both new to this whole cooking game. So do not judge my cutting. Do not judge how I cook food, because your boy does not know how to cook. For the past years of me competing, I've always had my food cooked for me. We're gonna do this thing together, alright? We're gonna learn how to cook together. We're gonna do this together. And I'm gonna show you how I'm cutting these onions right now. You're gonna be like, dang, he really does not know how to cook, because I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just like pretty much dicing this thing, you know? I mean, not too bad, right? Like, it's not too bad. I mean, I lightweight surprise myself right now, but I think when people ask me how I cook, I believe people overcomplicate things, because I literally just throw things in there, you know? So I just weigh out my food and do my thing, you know? So just weigh out 6 ounces of liquid egg whites right here. All right, so you got your egg whites. What I'm gonna do is, got your egg whites. Sometimes I drink it, sometimes I don't. Today I wanna eat, so I'm gonna just throw it in a bowl. 2 whole eggs. 2 whole eggs, bam. I'm gonna just literally throw everything in there. Like, I probably don't even see. I'm being judged right now. You guys are like, that don't even look good. That don't even sound good. But you know what? I don't care, because my main goal is to just make sure I eat, you know? Get these nutrients in. Throw the greens in there. What am I doing? I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I've seen people do it after they cook it, but me, I'm just throwing it in there. Can't forget this stuff. The salt, pepper, and garlic. This is the one right here. It's literally just salt, pepper, and garlic. Nothing special about it. Just sprinkle that in there and call it a day. You know, look at that. Not too bad. Now just gotta mix it. The cooking spray that I use is usually avocado oil. So when I spray my pan, I like to take it out. You know how many times I sprayed the pan when it was on the stove? I've literally almost burned my eyebrows like 100 times. Don't do it. Don't do it. Check it out, alright? Check it out. So I know the presentation isn't there, but you know what? it's still good, and that's all that matters. All right, so I'm here just to give you hope. If you don't know how to cook, it's all good, because I don't either. I'm kind of just doing a lot of guesswork, just like you. Got some sriracha too, just a little bit, All right, how do you start off a nutrition plan when you're starting your fitness journey? I think this is a very hard component to stay consistent with. We can all agree on that, just because of how our current environment is set up. We get food delivered to us by just opening up our app, and it's not even a meal, it's a gourmet meal, it's a legit meal, right? We could just be chilling at home watching TV, a little effort, no effort at all actually, and we get food delivered right to our doorstep. Crazy. And food is just so good, you know what I mean? You just want to keep eating it, and I get it, so staying consistent with a nutrition plan is very difficult. So what I would suggest doing is making sure that whatever your why is, whatever your values and priorities are, and whatever that specific goal is, make sure that nutrition plan is aligned with those components, because that's what's going to help you stay consistent, and that's what's going to help you stay motivated to actually execute on a nutrition plan that is needed for you to get to your result. One thing that you want to be aware of, just because something works doesn't mean that you have to do it. Just because keto works for fat loss doesn't mean you have to do it. Carnivore diet, paleo, just because those diets do work for weight loss, just because they do put you in a calorie deficit, doesn't mean you need to use it. Just because it worked for your coworker, your mom, your dad, or family member, or whatever, doesn't mean you need to use it. What I would suggest doing is just following something that you can execute consistently, whatever that may be. Maybe that's a meal plan, maybe that's tracking calories, maybe that's focusing on your behaviors and habits. At the end of the day, you have to execute on whatever that plan is. Just make sure that that plan is aligned with who you are and what your goals are, so that way you can stay consistent. All right, one more thing. If I was literally starting from scratch, I'm not doing anything, I'm eating processed foods all day, every day, fast foods, drinking every weekend, what I would focus on is just eating whole nutrient dense foods, just switching to more of a high quality food diet, getting your protein in, getting healthy fats in, better resources of carbs. I would focus on just doing that. There's a lot of benefits to just switching from a processed diet into more of a whole nutrient dense food diet. You'll get results from doing it, just because you'll feel fuller, you'll feel more satisfied. You won't overeat naturally in some cases. In most cases, actually, it's hard to overeat whole nutrient dense foods. You're gonna give your body the micronutrients, the nutrients that it does need to work better, right? So your workouts are gonna be better, you're gonna recover better, you're gonna sleep better. So there are a lot of factors that could help with whatever that specific goal is, right? So I would focus on that starting off. So we got your why, we got your goal, we got that plan that's specific to that goal. What we want to do now is be consistent, and being consistent is probably the hardest thing to do for most people, and that's why they don't see results. What I want you to focus on for consistency is having a growth mindset, right? When we have a growth mindset, when it comes to our fitness goals, it changes everything. Just because we know that when we do live in a growth mindset, our thinking is getting better. Our thinking is when we do make mistakes, we're learning from those mistakes, right? So having a growth mindset is super important when it comes to your fitness goals. So focus on that. All right, when tough times happen, just know that it's part of the journey, it's part of what you're supposed to go through. When you have times where you do mess up on a plan, just think to yourself why it happened, how it happened, and what you're gonna do next time, right? Because what matters is what you do in a month, year. That's how you're gonna get results. Execution over time and just being consistent. All right, so peace.